You think intuition is a gut feeling. You think it's soft, emotional, vague. But what if intuition isn't mystical at all? What if it's the fastest, most accurate form of intelligence your mind has? Because here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people don't fail because they lack opportunities. They fail because they override their intuition, the one voice that has been right every single time. Intuition is not magic. It is not guessing. It is not impulse. Intuition is pattern recognition at a speed your conscious mind cannot keep up with. Your nervous system stores everything you've ever seen, felt, sensed, feared, avoided, desired, noticed, even when you didn't consciously register it. Your intuition is the part of you that sees the entire picture before your rational mind has even formed a sentence. That feeling you get, it's not emotion, it's information. You weren't taught to listen inward. You were trained to prioritize logic, rules, approval, safety, predictability, what makes sense on paper. But intuition rarely follows those structures because intuition isn't trying to keep you comfortable. It's trying to keep you aligned. The world taught you to fear uncertainty. Intuition moves through uncertainty. The world taught you to seek validation. Intuition doesn't care who understands. The world taught you to avoid mistakes. Intuition leads you into growth, which can look like risk. That's why most people confuse intuition with danger, not because the intuition is wrong, but because their conditioning is louder. Here's what almost no one tells you. Intuition isn't a voice, it's a frequency. Your body picks it up before your mind does. When your intuition speaks, your breath shifts, your chest expands or contracts, your attention heightens, time feels slower, your mind goes quiet. You sense something without knowing why. This is not anxiety, it's not fear, it's data. Your intuition is the part of your intelligence that is not limited by language. People ask, but how do I know it's intuition and not fear? Here is the simplest, most accurate distinction. Fear constricts. Intuition directs. Fear says, don't move. Stay small. It's safer here. Intuition says, this way. Not that. Something is off. Something is calling. Fear is loud. Intuition is quiet. Fear panics. Intuition whispers. Fear demands certainty. Intuition doesn't need it. Intuition will often lead you toward the thing your comfort zone rejects. Why? Because intuition is future-oriented. Fear is past-oriented. Fear protects old wounds. Intuition guides potential. When those collide, you feel conflicted. But it is not conflict. It is expansion trying to happen. Every major turning point in your life was intuitive before it was logical. Think about it. The best relationships, the biggest decisions, the moments that changed everything. You felt something long before you understood it. That wasn't luck. That was intuition. You do not learn intuition. You quiet everything that blocks it. The 3 steps. 1. Regulate your nervous system. You can't hear intuition with a dysregulated system. Fear will drown it out. A calm body equals a clear signal. 2. Stop forcing clarity. Intuition rises when you stop grasping. Stillness is the amplifier. 3. Follow microsignals. Intuition strengthens through use. Every time you follow it, you increase the bandwidth. You create a new identity, someone who trusts themselves. It won't. But your fear of being wrong will distort the signal. The more you learn to listen without attachment, the more precise intuition becomes. Intuition is not here to make you comfortable. It is here to make you authentic. The moment you trust intuition over fear, your life reorganizes. People fall away. Opportunities appear. Timing becomes uncanny. Synchronicities increase. Things you used to chase now find you. Because intuition doesn't move linearly. It moves quantumly. It doesn't give you steps. It gives you direction. And direction is enough to change your entire trajectory. But here's what most people don't realize. Intuition doesn't speak in words. It speaks in pulls, micro-sensations, tiny shifts in your chest, your breath, your awareness. A subtle yes that feels like expansion, or a subtle no that feels like contraction. Fear screams, intuition whispers. But the whisper is the one that's correct. When you begin to choose that whisper, even once, something in your internal architecture rewires. You stop moving from pressure and start moving from alignment. You stop negotiating with your potential and start inhabiting it. Decisions that used to take weeks become effortless. Things that used to drain you fall away without resistance. Paths you once forced collapse because they no longer match your frequency. People sense the shift too. They feel the clarity in your presence, the groundedness in your energy, the quiet conviction that you're guided by something deeper than logic. You become someone who moves differently, not faster, not louder, but truer. And that truth rearranges reality around you. Intuition accelerates everything. Growth, endings, beginnings, timing, opportunities. Not because it's mystical, but because it bypasses the noise and connects you straight to what's real. And the more you follow it, the more precise it becomes. The more precise it becomes, the more undeniable your path becomes. And the more undeniable your path becomes, the less fear can influence it. Eventually you realize intuition was never a gut feeling. It was your future self trying to communicate with the present you, a version of you who already knows the way, already holds the answers, already lives the life your current self is only beginning to imagine. And when you let that version lead, the version rooted in clarity instead of doubt, your life no longer unfolds through guessing. It unfolds through guidance. This is the shift. This is the threshold. This is where you stop seeking signs and start becoming one. Because when intuition begins to lead, life stops responding to who you used to be and starts responding to who you are becoming. You'll notice it first in small ways. A pull toward something you can't logically justify. A quiet no that feels heavier than any loud yes. A feeling that redirects you before your mind can interfere. And if you follow those shifts, even clumsily, even imperfectly, they begin to compound. One aligned choice changes your internal state. Your internal state changes the signals you emit. The signals you emit change the opportunities you attract. This is why intuition feels like magic. Not because it breaks the rules of reality, but because it aligns you with them. Fear operates on memory. Intuition operates on potential. Fear pulls you backward. Intuition pulls you forward. Fear needs reasons. Intuition needs space. And the moment you stop silencing that inner pull, the moment you give it room to speak, your path rearranges in ways your rational mind could never have engineered. You'll notice certain things dissolve. The urge to force timing. The need to prove anything to anyone. The compulsion to choose logic over resonance. And in their place, something new forms. A deeper level of clarity. A calmness in decision-making. A sense of being guided rather than pushing. This is the shift people describe when they say my life just started flowing. It's not luck, it's coherence. Intuition puts you in the exact frequency where the things meant for you can finally recognize you. And here's the part no one teaches. The more you honor intuition, the louder it becomes. The louder it becomes, the easier it is to trust. The easier it is to trust, the faster life aligns. This is how quantum changes happen, not through force, but through a single decision repeated daily. Choose the pull over the fear. Choose resonance over reason. Choose the future over the past. Every time you choose the pull, even when it makes no logical sense, you align with the version of you who already lives the life you want. Intuition is not subtle, it's precise, it's direct. It speaks in impulses, in knowing, in the quiet confidence that appears before the mind has time to interfere. And when you act from that space, you stop living reactively and start moving creatively. Your energy reorganizes, your path clears, your decisions sharpen. You no longer ask, "Is this safe?" You ask, "Is this true?" And the more you choose what's true, the more your reality reshapes itself around who you're becoming, not around who you used to be. This is how timelines shift. This is how identity upgrades. This is how you collapse the gap between the life you desire and the life you're living. If you feel ready, comment "I'm ready." Until the next time.